Hey guys, how's it going? Double A Does Reviews back at it with a head-to-head look at the Nike Zoom Pegasus Turbo 2, the Nike ZoomX Vaporfly Percent, and the Air Zoom Alphafly Next Percent. These guys live all in the same family because they share a key technology, ZoomX. Right off the bat, took the Turbo 2 out for a spin. I'm not a runner as of yet, but I've discovered in my time working in retail that at an 8-hour shift turns out to be the equivalent of a 3-mile run. That is steps taken, distance over the course of the day, 8 hours on your feet, doing almost nothing versus really pushing it. It balances out, and it pretty much breaks down to the same lifespan of the shoe. For these guys with a shorter lifespan, even shorter, and the super short lifespan of all these cushions, probably between like 275 miles and 425 miles, depending on weight. I will be on the shorter side of that scale because I'm on the upper side of the weight. So, Pegasus Turbo 2. Took it out for a spin. ZoomX cushioning feels nice, but it is not as dense as the Pegasus 35 Turbo, which is in effect the Turbo 1. The materials on the upper are great, super duper breathable. I can pretty much feel my breath through the mesh, yep, very much so. Feel great, very light. There is a bit of a hot spot right through here if you've got a wider foot. So you notice this is laced pretty loosely. I wouldn't have it this loose if I was going out for a run, but again, working retail, I can unlace it pretty good because I'm really just looking for the benefits through here and here, not necessarily here where my ankle is at risk. Looks like the tongue is stitched in through here. It's the point in which the shoe is stitched in right there that burns me up a little bit. But I do have a wider foot, so anybody with a medium to narrow foot, gonna absolutely love this guy. Feels awesome. I do think the coolest part about this family of shoes is they all have a little bit of a flex right there. So that says, engineered to the exact specifications of world-class runners, Nike running fast. It's pretty fire. Mama Bear over here has a different flex. Measured in the lab, verified with medals and records. That's like an in-your-face, like, Back to that in a second. And of course, Papa Bear Alphafly says, measured in the lab, verified by world-class runners, Nike running. Boom. So, back to the Mama Bear. Some similar traits. Tongue is stitched in down there. I actually popped the tongue loose by accident when I was trying it on. As you can see, here and there are supposed to connect, but it's no big deal. When the shoe is fully laced up, it does not really matter all that much, especially since you've got the lockdown through the tongue there, so the tongue doesn't move. So if you get them like me and you pop them loose, don't fear. It's not a defect, it's meant to be minimal interference. This guy's super breathable as well. Can almost see myself through there. And of course you can feel that carbon fiber foot plate running right through the middle of it. But this one's pretty much straight to the point. ZoomX, forefoot to rear. The pointed heel there to assist with the toe off. I mean, this one's straight to business. You know what I'm saying? You've got reinforced rubber there because that's where you're going to be making most runners make their impact. If not, right through here. Man, beauties. I like how the toe there is reinforced with rubber as well. So to help you prevent from tripping, just give you that extra grip throughout the front of the foot. But I do want to spend the bulk of the time talking about this bad boy right here. Air Zoom Alphafly Next Percent. So you do have dual density ZoomX going on. You've got a softer bit up top, especially through here underfoot, so that you can really get in touch with that huge zoom bag. And then you've got a firmer density here, I'm assuming to help with heel strike as well as toe off. So, like I mentioned, that zoom bag is enormous. Like the only shoes I can think of that come with a zoom bag that big, LeBron 17 maybe, let's see. No, I think it's probably bigger than that LeBron 17 zoom unit. I mean, as far as like height, let's see if I can see it through there. As far as like height and overall volume, this zoom bag is still bigger. It's taller, it's wider. The strands on the inside are bolder, thicker. Enormous zoom pods. You got two of them right underneath the ball of your foot there. Of course, you've got the fly plate. That's the foot plate there, carbon fiber. Another one. I can see myself through there. Super breathable. You've got a reinforced heel section, of course, to assist with ankle lockdown. You've got a reinforced toe section. You see how it's very breathable through there, and then you've got reinforced there so you don't run into any snags or scuffs up front. Helps with the durability of the shoe. I mean, of course, you've got your huge swoosh branding there. I don't see any fly wire type lockdown going through the upper at all. Nope, looks like it's just you and the shoe there. Of course, you've got it reinforced where the laces go so that you don't snatch the laces out of the shoe. And the upper is all one piece. It is a booty. I go up a half size, works like a charm every time. So this is a 12 as compared to my traditional 11.5 in runners. So for those of you that may be wondering about your sizing for these bad boys, go up a half size, you will not regret it. We've talked about Atom Knit before. Super lightweight, super durable. You've got the reinforced heel section there so you don't run into any chafing. I mean, just this bad boy, for as much innovation as going on, it's actually pretty straightforward. It's simple. It's really three things working for you. The Atom Knit for strength and breathability, the Air Zoom pods for powerful toe off, dual density ZoomX for cushioning and responsiveness. That's pretty much all you've got going. And I mean, that sounds pretty simple, but it does warrant every bit of the $275 price tag. Just incredible, just awesome. Can't wait to take off running in these. You know, this is not your casual runner. You don't throw this on with joggers to go stun at the mall. It's an expensive shoe, so stunning might, you know, flexing might be appealing to you, but this guy's designed for one thing. I wouldn't use this for casual wear, mostly because I'd be afraid of any damage that could come from it. I plan on using this all $275 worth for working out, racing, training, getting better, staying healthy, staying fit, and keeping my body as young as I can for as long as I can. Actually, my boy Jared, shout out, Fort Worth, Dallas area, just scooped up his Pops a pair. They slid in at a local Nike store, and he caught them on a promo. So I spent $275 on my pair. He got his for $100. What? So shout out to him. I know Pops is gonna be thrilled with those. His dad's a pretty big runner, as is mine. I don't know that my Pops would dig something quite so space agey. He's very much, he runs in Vomeros. He's running in Vomero 14 right now, and he's accustomed to the Pegasus and Vomero and the whole Bowerman series thing. So I don't know if going space age for him would be the move, but for Mr. Mike, I'm sure he's gonna love those. You can see how the tread differs there just a little bit, just enough under those Zoom bags to let you get kind of these little strands in the Zoom unit. I'm not sure if you can see them. There you go. Those little strands bounce and suspend and respond every which way. So they had to, I'm sure, adjust the traction for that, so that it didn't feel so static, but much more dynamic. You've got pull tabs to get into the shoe. And again, that reinforced ankle section in that Valerian blue, super cool. Very serious on the insole, just do it. Boom. There they are. Alphafly Next percent. Excuse me, Air Zoom Alphafly Next percent. For $275, you better believe I'm saying the full name every time. There you have it, folks. Boom. As far as lifespan, you can expect these bad boys to be on the shorter end of things. This dual density ZoomX, one or both of them will go a little bit faster than normal. In my Pegasus 35 turbos, the cushion started to fade after about 200 miles. The cushion, I would notice when I put it on, it didn't have that immediate snappy response. But again, I'm a heavy guy. I'm about 235 pounds, so every time I take a step in them, it's doing a lot more than your average runner who is probably pretty thin and probably weighs no more than $170. Plus 70, 80 pounds on that. That's doing exponential damage. So you can expect this guy to last right at about 300 miles before it's time to start looking for a replacement, because then it's just not going to be doing what it's designed to do at $275. So I mean, you're kind of like $1 a mile. that's you know, that's a guesstimate. I don't work for Nike. I'm not a rep for Nike, but that's about when mine started to fade. This bad boy, you can expect about the same, because I mean, it's between the upper is really fragile. This is a racing shoe. This is meant for racing. The only real fragility on the turbos I've noticed is that the heel, it starts to pry apart. On my 35 turbos, it took a while to peel apart, but I've got a buddy, multiple buddies actually, who's peeled almost immediately out of the box. So that's the only point of fragility there. This one will last the longest out of the three. It's on the upper side of the price range, but it's more of a traditional runner. It doesn't have that racing aspect to it as far as the materials used to build it. That pretty much covers it. I mean, if you've got more questions, I'd be glad to go over them in the comment section with you as always. Here are all three. I plan on using them all for exactly what they're meant to do. And until next time, thanks for tuning in. Peace.